Have you ever wondered why the law of attraction works for some people effortlessly, while others repeat affirmations, visualize every day, and yet nothing really changes? Here's the shocking truth. It's not about how badly you want something. It's not about how many vision boards you make. It's not even about how hard you try. Something much stranger is happening beneath the surface, and the answer is hidden in quantum physics. Because when science meets spirituality, a startling realization emerges. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. The misunderstood law of attraction. Most people have been taught the law of attraction in a very surface-level way. Think positive thoughts. Visualize your dream. Repeat affirmations until it comes true. But let's be honest. How many times have you tried this, only to be left frustrated, wondering why your life looks exactly the same? This isn't failure. This is a misunderstanding. The law of attraction isn't about wishful thinking. It's about vibrational alignment. And this is where quantum physics comes in. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. At the heart of quantum physics is a radical discovery. Reality is not fixed. Particles don't exist in one place until they're observed. Instead, they exist in a state of superposition, multiple possibilities at once. This means the universe is a field of infinite potential, waiting to collapse into form. And here's the twist. It collapses according to the observer, meaning you. So when you're trying to manifest, but you're still observing reality through the lens of lack, fear, or doubt, the field simply mirrors that state back to you. It's not your vision board that creates reality. It's your state of being. Why wanting blocks manifestation? Think about this. When you say, I want more money, what vibration are you broadcasting? The frequency of wanting, and wanting is rooted in not having. So the field reflects more lack, more waiting, more absence. This is why so many people chase manifestation techniques but stay stuck. Because their subconscious is screaming a louder message than their affirmations. The quantum field doesn't hear your words. It hears your energy. The observer effect in your life. In physics, the observer effect shows that the act of observation changes reality. Your attention collapses the wave of probability into a particle, into something real. Translate this into life. Every time you focus on your problems, you collapse reality into more problems. Every time you focus on lack, you collapse reality into more lack. But when you observe abundance, when you embody gratitude, when you stand in the frequency of your future self, reality reorganizes around that vibration. You're not just a participant in life, you're the observer, the chooser. The biggest misconception. Here's the trap most people fall into. They think manifestation is about forcing reality to change. I'll do this technique until the universe gives me what I want. But manifestation isn't about forcing, it's about matching. You don't chase abundance, you become abundance. You don't beg for love, you embody love. You don't force opportunities. You align so deeply with your vision that opportunities magnetize toward you. The shift is subtle, but it changes everything. Your subconscious as the key. Here's where neuroscience joins the conversation. Dr. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton both point out, your subconscious mind is broadcasting 95% of your energy at any given moment. That means you can say all the affirmations you want, but if your subconscious is running old programs of fear, failure, and limitation, the quantum field listens to that instead. This is why self-awareness and inner reprogramming are so crucial. Until you change the program, you can't change the projection. Emotional coherence. Quantum manifestation isn't just about thinking differently, it's about feeling differently. When your heart and brain are in coherence, meaning your thoughts and emotions are aligned, you generate a measurable electromagnetic field around your body. That field interacts with the quantum field, signaling which reality to collapse into form. So it's not the thought "I am abundant" that creates abundance. It's the emotional signature of already being abundant that magnetizes it into existence. The role of resistance. Now let's talk about resistance. Why does it feel so hard sometimes to embody the new reality? Because your nervous system is wired for survival, not expansion. When you step into a new frequency, your subconscious asks, Is this safe? That's why fear, doubt, and sabotage often show up right when you're about to break through. But resistance isn't a sign you're failing, it's a sign you're shifting. Practical reprogramming steps. So how do you actually align with the quantum field? Here's a simple framework. Awareness. Notice when you're broadcasting lack, fear, or desperation. Interrupt, use breath or movement to reset your nervous system. Shift. Ask, how would my future self feel right now? Embody. Generate that feeling in the present moment, even without external proof. Repeat. Consistency rewires the subconscious, creating a new energetic baseline. This isn't about perfection, it's about practice. A story of quantum alignment. Imagine two people. One repeats affirmations daily, but secretly feels desperate. The other spends 5 minutes each morning breathing into gratitude, picturing themselves already living their dream and walking through the day in that energy. Who collapses the reality faster? Always the second, because the field responds to coherence, not to struggle. The strange science of belief placebo studies prove it. When people believe in a healing, their bodies often heal, even if they receive sugar pills instead of medicine. That's not superstition, that's quantum biology. Belief rewires chemistry, belief shifts frequency, and belief collapses new realities into form. Moving beyond superficial techniques. Vision boards, affirmations, and rituals are not wrong. They can be powerful tools, but only if they shift your state of being. If they leave you in lack, they're empty. If they help you feel aligned, they're gold. The question is never, what am I doing? The real question is, who am I being? Living as the observer. Here's the ultimate key. Stop chasing reality. Start observing yourself into alignment. When you live as the observer, you're no longer a victim of external circumstances. You realize the outer world is a mirror of your inner frequency. Change the broadcast, and the picture changes. The strange magic of less effort. The strangest part? Manifestation often happens when you stop trying so hard. Because when you relax into alignment, you release resistance. When you stop demanding proof, the proof appears. When you stop chasing, reality finally has room to catch up with you. This is the paradox of quantum manifestation. The less you try, the more it flows. The illusion of time and manifestation. Most people get stuck because they're waiting. Someday I'll have my dream life. Someday I'll find love. Someday I'll be free. But in quantum physics, time isn't linear. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the field of possibility. So when you say, it's not here yet, you anchor yourself in lack. But when you embody the frequency of already having it, you collapse that future into the now. Manifestation isn't about waiting for it to come. It's about tuning into the version of you where it's already done. Entanglement. Why everything responds to you. Quantum entanglement shows us that particles can be connected across vast distances, instantly affecting one another, even when separated by light years. What does that mean for you? It means the reality you're seeking is already entangled with you. Your dream career, your soulmate, your financial freedom, they already exist in the field. The question isn't, will it come? The real question is, are you tuned into the entangled version of yourself who already has it? The trap of forcing positivity. Here's a subtle mistake. People think they must never feel negative, but suppressing emotions only strengthens them. Quantum alignment isn't about fake positivity. It's about authentic coherence. When you feel sadness, don't deny it. Witness it, observe it, release it. Because the moment you allow your shadow, you stop feeding it resistance. And only then can you return to your higher frequency with authenticity, not force. The science of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good spiritual tool. Studies show it rewires the brain, increases dopamine and serotonin, and shifts your heart into coherence. Every time you practice genuine gratitude, you're not just being positive, you're literally tuning your frequency to abundance, signaling to the field that you already have more than enough. And when you are enough, more flows. Energy hygiene, protecting your frequency. One reason manifestations stall is because your environment constantly pulls you back into old frequencies. Negative people, stressful routines, toxic habits. Your energy is like a broadcast tower. If interference is surrounding you, your signal gets distorted. So ask yourself, who am I spending time with? What am I consuming daily? Are these energies amplifying my future frequency or dragging me back into the old one? Protecting your frequency is just as important as setting it. The observer's paradox. The very act of observing changes what is being observed. This isn't just poetic, it's quantum physics. When you watch your thoughts with awareness instead of judgment, something magical happens. Your thoughts lose their grip. Your old programs dissolve. You stop being controlled by unconscious loops, and instead you become the chooser. This is why manifestation begins when you observe. Observation collapses possibility into form. Emotional frequencies and reality tuning. Every emotion has a frequency. Fear contracts, joy expands, love harmonizes, gratitude magnetizes. When you live in fear, you don't just feel bad. You're tuning yourself to timelines where fear-based realities exist. When you elevate into love, you align with realities where love is reflected back to you. The quantum field is neutral. It mirrors whatever you broadcast. So the question is never, why isn't my manifestation here? The real question is, what frequency am I living in right now? The quantum mirror. Imagine your life as a mirror. If you stand in front of it frowning, the reflection will never smile back first. Likewise, if you project lack, struggle, and desperation, the mirror of reality can only echo those vibrations. The shift begins when you choose to embody the smile first, the frequency first, the being first. The mirror only reflects who you are, not what you beg for. The subconscious as a quantum programmer. Your subconscious mind is like the coding language of the quantum field. 95% of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are unconscious. If your subconscious is programmed with lack, unworthiness, or doubt, it will keep broadcasting that reality, no matter how many affirmations you speak with your conscious mind. The key isn't more effort, it's reprogramming the subconscious, rewriting the code. And the fastest way to do that? Repetition, emotion, and visualization. In states of deep relaxation, when the subconscious is most open to new input. Why struggle feels familiar. Here's a painful truth. Many people unconsciously cling to struggle because it feels familiar. Chaos, doubt, and lack become a comfort zone. But quantum alignment demands that you step into the unfamiliar. It may feel unsafe at first to embody abundance, love, or ease, because your nervous system doesn't recognize it. That's why growth feels scary. But fear is often the signal that you're stepping into a higher timeline. The physics of intention. Intention isn't just thinking about what you want. It's directing consciousness like a laser. Dr. William Tiller's research showed that focused human intention can alter material systems. When you align thought, emotion, and belief, your intention imprints the quantum field like a blueprint. Your desire becomes more than a wish. It becomes a directive, and the field responds. Signs the quantum field is responding. How do you know it's working? Look for synchronicities. Random coincidences. Opportunities appearing out of nowhere. People showing up at the exact right time. These aren't accidents. They're feedback from the field. Proof that your frequency has shifted. When synchronicities accelerate, it means you're in alignment. Keep going. Don't second guess. The role of imagination. Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Why? Because imagination is how you interface with the quantum field. When you imagine, your brain and body respond as if it's real. Neural pathways fire, emotions release, frequencies shift. So don't dismiss imagination as daydreaming. It's rehearsal for your new reality. It's the bridge between the invisible and the visible, becoming the field. At the deepest level, you're not just influencing the quantum field, you are the field. The boundary between you and the universe dissolves when you realize your consciousness is the very intelligence that collapses matter into form. You're not waiting for reality to change. You are reality, changing itself through awareness. The trap of overthinking. Many people block manifestation because they overanalyze everything. They measure progress, doubt results, and question every sign. But the quantum field doesn't respond to mental chatter. It responds to energy. When you overthink, you create static in your signal. When you surrender, you broadcast clarity. The less noise you create, the faster the universe mirrors back. The frequency of gratitude is the highest state of receivership. When you're truly grateful, your brain and body believe you already have the thing you desire. And if you already have it internally, the quantum field must bring it externally. Gratitude is not polite manners. It's a vibrational technology. Each time you drop into gratitude, you collapse a timeline of abundance closer to you. Why waiting blocks manifestation? Waiting sends a signal, I don't have it yet, and the field mirrors that lack back to you. Instead of waiting, live as if it's already done. Instead of saying, when will it come? Ask, who do I need to become so that it cannot not come? Stop waiting, start being. The biology of belief. Bruce Lipton's work proves your cells are influenced by your beliefs. Your genes don't dictate your destiny. Your perception does. When you shift belief, you shift biology. When you shift biology, you shift energy. And when you shift energy, reality bends. Belief is not wishful thinking. It's quantum coding. Time doesn't exist in the quantum field. Most people delay manifestation because they think in linear time. It will happen in a year, maybe 5 years, someday. But in the quantum field, there is no someday, only now. When you embody the state now, the field collapses reality now. Time is not a barrier, it's a construct. The law of resonance, forget chasing, forget forcing. The law of resonance is simple. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. If you're vibrating lack, you'll only meet more lack. If you're vibrating wealth, opportunity finds you. If you're vibrating love, it arrives without effort. Resonance is the invisible magnet that organizes your life. Why most people fail. Here's the brutal truth. Most people fail at manifestation because they try to do it. They add rituals, affirmations, vision boards, yet they never change their state of being. They're still the same person, but hoping for a different reality. The field doesn't fall for tricks. It responds to essence. Change your essence, and everything else follows. The identity shift. Your identity is the strongest force in manifestation. If deep down you identify as unworthy, struggling, or unseen, no amount of external effort will stick. But the moment you embody the identity of the one who already has, the field reorganizes to match it. You don't just manifest things, you manifest who you are becoming. The silence of power. Silence is not emptiness, it's potency. In silence, the nervous system calms. The subconscious opens. The signal becomes clear. That's why meditation, breathwork, and stillness practices accelerate manifestation. Because silence is where the field hears you loudest. Conscious creation is your birthright. You were never meant to live as a victim of chance. You are consciousness itself, and consciousness is creative by nature. The same intelligence that spins galaxies is pulsing through you now. It's not that you're learning how to manifest, it's that you're remembering. Creation is not a trick, it's who you are. So let's bring everything full circle. You've just explored truths that most people spend a lifetime ignoring. Truths that science hints at, spirituality confirms, and your soul has always quietly known. Reality is not fixed. Reality is fluid, and it bends, it folds, it rearranges itself in response to you. Not to what you're trying, not to what you're begging for, not even to what you're dreaming about, but to what you are being. That's the secret no one tells you. The quantum field isn't some mysterious force out there waiting for you to unlock it. It is you. It is within you. It is responding to you in every moment, whether you realize it or not. The thoughts you rehearse, the emotions you embody, the identity you carry, those aren't just private experiences happening inside your head. They are signals, frequencies, commands being broadcast into the very fabric of reality, and reality listens. Every single day, you are already manifesting. Not sometimes, not only when you sit down to meditate, but every moment you breathe. The question is not, am I manifesting? The question is, what am I manifesting? Are you broadcasting lack, fear, doubt, or are you broadcasting certainty, coherence, alignment? Because here's the paradox most people miss. Manifestation is not about doing more. It's about being more. It's not about chasing rituals, stacking techniques, or proving yourself to the universe. It's about becoming so vibrationally aligned, so inwardly coherent, that the universe has no choice but to mirror it back. Think about this. Every great spiritual teacher has said the same thing in different words. The Buddha taught that the mind creates the world. Jesus said, "It is done unto you as you believe." Neville Goddard declared, "You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are." And today, quantum physicists describe how observation collapses wave functions into form, all pointing to the same eternal truth. You are the observer, the projector, and the creator. And maybe right now, you feel that tug of war inside you. Part of you wants to believe, to surrender, to step into this power, but another part of you hesitates.